I am capable of overcoming any challenge that comes my way. I am not intimidated by difficulty or complexity, but see them as opportunities to surpass myself and develop my skills. I know that I have the necessary resources to face any situation, and that I can rely on my intelligence, creativity, resourcefulness, and support network. I am proud of my achievements and progress. I recognize all the work I have done, the efforts I have made, the results I have achieved. I congratulate myself for my successes, even the smallest ones, and reward myself for my merits. I measure the distance traveled since the beginning of my career and see the evolution of my skills, knowledge, and self-confidence. I am grateful for the opportunities that come my way. I appreciate each day as a gift and enjoy every moment. I know that life has beautiful surprises in store for me, and I am ready to welcome them with joy and gratitude. I see each project, each mission, each encounter as a chance to flourish, to surpass myself, to please myself. I am passionate about my work and fully invested in my projects. I find meaning and pleasure in what I do and feel aligned with my life's mission. I engage with enthusiasm and determination in my activities and give my best. I transmit my passion to others and inspire them by my example. I am surrounded by caring and respectful colleagues. I create positive and harmonious relationships with them based on trust, cooperation, mutual aid. I recognize the value and contribution of each person and express my appreciation and admiration to them. I benefit from the richness of exchanges, sharing, feedbacks that allow me to grow and progress. I am creative and find innovative solutions to the problems I encounter. I show originality and inventiveness in my proposals and go off the beaten track. I stimulate my creativity by exposing myself to varied sources of inspiration, exploring new avenues, experimenting with new methods. I am not afraid to fail or make mistakes, but see it as an opportunity to learn and improve. I am confident and believe in my abilities. I know my strengths and weaknesses and accept them without complex or judgment. I know that I have enormous potential that I can exploit to the fullest. I do not compare myself to others but focus on my own progress. I do not let negative opinions or destructive criticism influence me but remain true to myself. I am organized and manage my time efficiently. I plan my activities according to my priorities, goals, constraints. I respect deadlines without being overwhelmed or stressed out. I show rigor and method in my work while maintaining some flexibility to deal with unforeseen events. I find the right balance between work and rest, between seriousness and fun. I am flexible and adapt to changes. I know how to show open-mindedness and responsiveness in the face of new or unforeseen situations. I do not remain stuck in my habits or certainties but am ready to question my practices or beliefs if necessary. I welcome change as an opportunity to evolve, progress, renew myself. I am positive and see the good side of things. I focus on the positive aspects of each situation and see the glass as half full. I turn problems into opportunities, failures into lessons, criticism into feedback. I cultivate optimism and hope and believe in my possibilities. I spread positive energy around me and infect others with my good mood. I am brave and step out of my comfort zone. I am not afraid of the unknown, risk, change. I know that to progress, one must confront difficulty, novelty, difference. I take on the challenges that come my way, even if they scare me or make me doubt. I push my limits and discover new facets of myself. I am generous and share my knowledge and resources. I do not hesitate to help others, give them advice, pass on my knowledge, know-how, interpersonal skills. I make available my tools, documents, contacts, networks. I show solidarity, support, collaboration. I know that sharing is a source of mutual enrichment, trust, recognition. I am responsible and assume my decisions and actions. I do not shirk my responsibilities on others or circumstances. I make thoughtful decisions taking into account possible consequences. I face the consequences of my choices whether positive or negative. I acknowledge my mistakes and seek to repair them. I am efficient and deliver quality work. I pay attention to details, respect standards, control quality. I aim for excellence without settling for the minimum or average. I always seek to improve my performance, optimize my processes, reduce my costs. I deliver work that meets the expectations of my clients, colleagues, company. I am communicative and express my needs and opinions. I communicate clearly and effectively, both orally and in writing. I know how to actively listen, rephrase, question, synthesize. I know how to adapt my speech to my interlocutor, their level of understanding, their needs, their emotions. I do not hesitate to express my ideas, desires, limits, feelings. I am respectful and treat others with kindness. I respect cultural, social, religious, political, sexual, etc. diversity that exists in my professional environment, that I admire the richness of differences that make the beauty of the world, that I treat others as I would like to be treated myself, with courtesy, politeness, kindness, that I do not judge, criticize, despise. I am loyal and show integrity, that I respect the trust shown to me by my colleagues, company, clients, that I do not betray their secrets, interests, expectations, that I do not lie, cheat, steal, that I am faithful to my commitments and keep my promises, that I am honest with myself and others. I am optimistic and believe in my possibilities, that I have confidence in myself and in my future, that I know that everything is possible if I really want it and if I work to achieve it, that I see opportunities rather than obstacles, solutions rather than problems, successes rather than failures, that I have a positive vision of life and work. I am inspired and nourished by the experiences of others, that I have a source of inspiration that guides me in my daily work. This can be a person whom I admire, a book that I have read, a quote that I love, a dream that I had. I learn from the experiences of others, whether good or bad, that I listen to their advice, their testimonies, their stories. I am a leader and influential. I know how to mobilize others around a common vision, motivate them, encourage them, support them, coach them. I do not impose my will, but I elicit adherence and commitment. I delegate, empower, value. I set the example, show the way, inspire trust and respect. I listen, communicate, negotiate. I am a leader and influential. I am determined and persevere in the face of obstacles. I am not discouraged by difficulties or failures, but use them as sources of learning and motivation. I set clear and achievable goals and do everything possible to achieve them. I do not give up on my dreams, but pursue them with passion and conviction. I am honest and respect my values. I show ethics and transparency in my work and do not betray my principles. I tell the truth, even when it is difficult to say or hear. I respect my commitments and keep my promises. I am loyal to myself, to my colleagues, to my company. I am open-minded and learn from my mistakes. I do not consider my mistakes as faults or shames, but as opportunities to progress and improve. I acknowledge my mistakes, analyze them, correct them, share them. I am curious to know different points of view from mine and listen to them with attention and respect. I am ambitious and set realistic goals. I know what I want and how to get it. I set smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound goals and break them down into concrete actions. I regularly measure my progress and adapt if necessary. I celebrate each step taken and get closer to my vision. I am cooperative and work as a team. I know that teamwork is more effective, enriching, enjoyable than individual work. I share information, give and receive support, promote collective intelligence. I respect the role and responsibility of each person and contribute to collective success. I am attentive and take care of my mental and physical health. I know that my health is my wealth and that without it nothing is possible. I listen to myself, respect my needs, desires, limits, emotions. I eat healthily, sleep enough, exercise regularly, relax often. I manage my stress effectively and cultivate my well-being. I am curious and seek to learn and develop myself. I thirst for knowledge, skills, new experiences. I constantly expand my horizons and regularly train myself to stay at the forefront of my field. I learn from others, books, training courses, conferences, podcasts. I learn something new every day. I am enthusiastic and transmit my joy of life to others. I love what I do and it shows on my face, in my voice, in my attitude. I bring good humor to my work, to myself, to my colleagues. I am professional and respect rules and instructions. I show seriousness and rigor in my work and do not neglect any detail. I respect standards, procedures, codes, laws governing my activity. I respect safety, quality, confidentiality instructions given to me. I respect schedules, deadlines, budgets assigned to me. I am autonomous and take initiatives. I do not wait for someone to tell me what to do or how to do it, but propose ideas, solve problems, manage projects. I know how to work alone, without constant supervision, without permanent assistance. I know how to make decisions, without hesitation, without procrastination. I know how to assume the consequences of my choices, without shirking, without complaining. I am cooperative and collaborative. I work in synergy with others, share information, give and receive support, foster collective intelligence. I do not seek to be right, but to find the best solution. I respect the opinions, needs, skills of each one. I create connection, trust, solidarity. I adapt, show flexibility, diplomacy. I am cooperative and collaborative. I am qualitative and oriented towards excellence. I pay attention to details, respect standards, control quality, aim for perfection. I do not settle for the minimum, but seek to exceed expectations. I do not let errors, inaccuracies, approximations pass. I question myself, improve continuously, train regularly. I am rigorous, methodical, organized. I am qualitative and oriented towards excellence. I am quantitative and oriented towards results. I measure performance, respect deadlines, control budget, aim for profitability. I do not scatter myself, but focus on priorities. I do not get discouraged, but take up challenges. I do not settle for the status quo, but seek to innovate and optimize. I am efficient, productive, proactive. I am quantitative and oriented towards results. I am strategic and oriented towards the future. I do watchfulness, analysis, planning, anticipation. I do not limit myself to the present, but project myself into the future. I do not undergo change, but provoke it and accompany it. I do not react to problems, but prevent and solve them. I am visionary, creative, innovative. I am strategic and oriented towards the future. I am operational and oriented towards action. I do field work. Concrete, pragmatic, fast. I do not stay in theory, but move on to practice. I do not waste time in useless discussions, but act with efficiency and relevance. I do not back down from difficulties, but face and adapt. I am dynamic, responsive, willing. I am operational and oriented towards action. I am ecological and oriented towards sustainable development. I respect the environment, reduce my ecological footprint, promote circular economy. Contribute to social well-being. I do not waste resources, but use what I need and avoid the superfluous. I do not pollute the planet, but adopt eco-responsible gestures and educate my relatives. I do not take advantage of others, but act with equity and solidarity. I am ecological and oriented towards sustainable development. I am spiritual and oriented towards deep meaning. I connect to my essence, my source, my intuition, my inner wisdom. I do not identify with my ego, but welcome my true self and express my uniqueness. I do not let myself be distracted by the noise of the world, but cultivate silence and meditation. I do not seek happiness outside, but find it inside and radiate it. I am spiritual and oriented towards deep meaning. I am joyful and oriented towards happiness. I cultivate gratitude, kindness, compassion, unconditional love. I do not complain about what I lack, but appreciate what I have and share it with others. I do not judge people or situations, but accept what is and see the positive in it. I do not close myself to life, but open myself to its opportunities and surprises. I am joyful and oriented towards happiness. I am unique and oriented towards my singularity. I express my personality, my creativity, my difference, my added value. I do not compare myself to others, but recognize my strengths and weaknesses. I do not conform to norms, but respect my nature and desires. I do not hide behind masks, but show who I am and what I think. I am unique and oriented towards my singularity. I am universal and oriented towards unity. I belong to a common humanity that shares a common planet that is part of a common universe. I do not separate myself from others, but feel connected and interdependent. I do not reject diversity, but celebrate it and enrich it. I do not create conflicts, but promote peace and harmony. I am universal and oriented towards unity.